Hello, lady. Who? No, this is Yoda, not Yodel. Ha ha! Hello, Noble Rick here. Today, let's make Baby Yoda out of polymer clay. Alright, I'm going to mix 3 colors. I got black and khaki, white, dull color, and green. That makes the flesh tone for Baby Yoda. And we got white, black, green, and khaki. Now you might want to use a little less green than I did. It seemed like that green was a bit strong for Baby Yoda's complexion, comparing it to the image. Now I've got 4 colors here, 4 sizes of khaki. The big size, of course, is the body, and I'm making it very long because I'm anticipating that he will be squished into the right size as I make the figure. The next size up is his sleeves. The other two will be the other 2 spheres over there will be for the accents of the clothing, Baby Yoda's clothing. Now we squish these sleeves on. There we go. Now he's down to size. Doesn't look like a khaki colored carrot anymore. Now let's make the cuffs. The cuffs, by the way, are I feel like I needed another one. I did not. One of those little spheres was a plenty. I was right the first time. Anyway, roll that to 2 inches long and about 2/16 of an inch wide. And that's the cuffs. Baby Yoda cuffs. It's about 2.5 inches long. Plenty for this project. So I didn't need to make 2 small spheres. 1 was enough. Alright, I had to fix that there. Alright, so now this shape, this slightly larger sphere, is for the collar. This one will be 3 inches long. And the thickness, 5/16 of an inch thick, or wide. A little wider than the cuffs. That's about the only measuring I did. Most of everything else I'm eyed the volume, eyed the size of things. But for the collar and the cuffs, I measured those. So I was just eyeing it there, as far as the length is concerned. Alright, it's coming together. This is the green. I'm cutting it in half, and one of those halves I cut it in half. The big part will be the face. Baby Yoda's head is basically a rugby ball in shape. I made it oblong though, so that I made it long, anticipating that I will squish it into size as I'm molding it, as I'm sculpting it. Because when you're sculpting something, you're putting a bit of pressure on it and you shorten it. So I made it long to begin with, anticipating that shortening. Here I'm indicating the nose, gradually indicating things as I go along. I've got a photo of Baby Yoda on my computer, so I'm referencing that as I make the face. I've read somewhere that a good artist looks more at what he's copying, the subject, than he is at what he's doing. I'm not sure I did much of that here. I think I spent a lot of time looking at what I was doing as well. Now the eyes have a sharp corner toward the middle, facing each other. So I'll indicate that with my knife shortly. And there we are. And also, will the eyes do something similar? Again, I'm anticipating the squishing effect. So I made the eyes oblong, made the corner pointed, and I stuck that point in first. I had to shrink the eyes, it was a little too big there. Making it rounded, it's kind of like an egg shape, but an oblong egg shape, anticipating the squishing effect as I squish it into the face. Now, here I'm careful not to touch the eyes as I indicate the eyelids. I do not want to distort the eyes that are just put in there. Indicating the mouth there. Baby Yoda's mouth seems to be frowning a little bit, like he's trying to fathom the world around him. Alright, looks like we're getting there. Adjusting the corners of the eyes here. Want them sharp and pointy as they face each other. Indicating the texture on, or the pattern on his noggin, the ridges on his noggin. Kind of reminds me of E.T. a little bit here. Making his nose. Could have left it like that if I wanted the cartoony style, but I was going for a little realism here, so I had to fiddle with it. Pushing in the nostrils and then pushing everything else back, making it smooth again. Rolling the volume of the nose into place. He's got a very tiny nose. I'm trying to be careful not to make it too big. I'm adjusting the shape of the mouth, shape of the very short muzzle that he has. Or let that be snout. Very short snout. Alright, let's clean up and let's make his ears. He doesn't need a whole bunch of clay for his ears. I scraped enough together to make his ears here. I made it one unit so I can be sure that both sides are the same size. And you make them together. It's pretty quick that way. Make them together at once. Using the big or medium-sized ball tool to indicate the insides of the ears. And let's apply them. And I use the ball tool to fasten it to the head. Didn't concern myself too much with the back of the ears. Back of ears have creases often anyway. A little bit, not too much mouth there. Let's bring that back a bit. Baby Yoda has a relatively wide chin, I think. It's very small, doesn't stick out too far, but it's kind of wide. You got 3 bumps at the bottom for his cheeks and his chin. And as you make it, you quite often lose those. It's probably best to put the details on last, because you mess them up as you mold it. You have to reapply them again. Now let's make the hand. It's basically a horseshoe shape. That's for the thumb and the finger, and then I'll add another finger to that. Baby Yoda species has 3 fingers on each hand. And I make both hands the same way as I did this one. And now let's take some sidewalk chalk, scrape it into a little lid there. I'm going to apply some color. Now I felt that the green was a little overwhelming. I'm kind of pushing that back a bit, or dumbing it down, so to speak, with some pale sidewalk chalk. Now I'm going to blush his cheeks with the pink sidewalk chalk. Cheeks and his ears, inside of his ears, we're making that pink. And of course this is done before he's baked, so that it would adhere to the clay. And a little around the eyes. Lighten it up there. A makeup job, as it were. Now of course this gets some on his eyes. I'm using a cotton swab with some moisture on it to get that off of there. And of course a brush. Both tools work pretty well for that. Now that he's baked, he's nice and solid. Now we can shellac his eyes with some polyurethane. I forgot something I was going to do here, so I put as I was making the polyurethane, I said, whoa, let me stop and put the brown highlights in his eyes. This is a mixture of acrylic paints to make a brown. A nice chestnutty, nice reddish brown for his eyes. Little polywog shapes, little highlights there. And then when that dries, we put some more polyurethane over that. And there you have it. Baby Yoda! I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got something out of it. Remember to kind of anticipate the squishing effect by making the objects longer. And I hope you like this. Hope you enjoyed it. Baby Yoda. Thanks for watching.